Welcome back, guys. What are we going to do today? Well, if you have a look at the map, let's just go kind of top down. If you look at the map, still lots of areas that we haven't even touched, but things should be a little bit more rapid now. So what I want to do is over in this area, I want to start hooking this up to this area. So I want to start filling in these areas. But before we do that, a couple of things that I want to do. First, the M4, this section of the M4 down here. Now, you can see that we've got, okay, you've got, this is the A4, this road that's running like underneath, which you can't really see too well. But there's the A4 running underneath here, and then we've got the M4, which is the motorway, highway, the Americans would call it, like on the top. That is not how it is, and this has been bugging me for ages. So we're going to fix this. I'm going to put it in the way that it actually is. So get rid of all of this. Now, I've got to be a little bit careful how I do this. And that. And that. Right. Okay. How is it really? Well, the way it really is, there is obviously a like, it is a highway, but instead of being like two separate lanes, it's one 6-lane highway. But I'm going to use a 6-lane road because this thing it's not two separate bits, it's one bit. So, okay, let's bring up the old map. Okay, so it comes in. So we want to, I don't know how we're going to hook that up. We'll kind of see. This needs to be elevated, and we need freeform on. So let's bring the old map up. So let's elevate this section. Now you can kind of see how it is. You see the blue line on the map? That's the M4. That's the motorway, and that's elevated. And then you see the red on either side. That is the A4, and it's kind of split on the two sides of it. Kind of just sort of back. It's kind of almost underneath it on each side. So hopefully this is gonna be a hell of a lot more like how it really is. So bring you around here, and now are we? Yeah, now we're into this bit. Okay, well we'll just want to try and go straight over this. There we go. And then we come down, and it just becomes the A4 at this point. So let's bring you down to there. And then, let's see. Here's the A4 coming in here, which is this on our map. So we kind of need to change that a tiny bit, because it's because of the width of the river. So yeah, we'll make a little change to this bit. So it should really hook up to here. So what we'll do is we'll take that bit back, take that out, and we'll just hook this up like that. So this road coming down here is actually this road, the A3000, coming across here. We've got a tube station in here, Gunnersbury. God, more tubes need to be put in. Okay, so that is the M4. We've got to hook it up at this end. This should be interesting. So highways, and Now, hang on, let's take snap off. If I bring this out a little bit, like that, can we get this? Oh, yeah, we can. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do, pig. Does that work? Let's see. Yeah, it does. Whoa, look, flying truck. Did you see that? We had a flying truck for a few seconds. Very cool. All right, that works fine. That works absolutely fine. Good. All right, pause that. Let's have a look at the old map. So that road there goes underneath the motorway, but it kind of goes like off the map, so I'm not going to worry about it. We do have this road that's going underneath there, which is kind of, I mean, it's going into this area. It's kind of representing this road and this road going across here. So that's fine. Right, now, the A4. This is the A4 here. And we need to split it into 2 lanes. One on either side. So, we bring it up. Oh, let's change it to from 6 lane to 4 lane. And this is going to be fun. Under here. Now this is where I need road anarchy. Oh, now I can get underneath there. Now where's the... Now if I bring it round like that kind of thing, and then take a 2 lane one way. Now I've got to squeeze that under the other side, so let's come around this side. So I've got to get right under here. This is going to be fairly ugly, guys, but kind of it is what it is. Let's bring it round like that. Now, ideally, I want this kind of a little bit more. I kind of want this like just underneath this road, like right alongside the pillars, if I can get it. So it's difficult though. Let's reset you. Right, let's see how close we can get to these pillars. So there, that's the closest we can get to them. Well, that's what we're going to do then. But this is now going to be a hell of a lot more accurate. Oh. Come on. Right, let's have a look at the map and see how this is handled. See, this is really representing this island down here. How am I going to do that? You know what? Let's have a play. Should we have a play, guys? Let's have a play. Let's put the other side in, right? And then we'll come back and play around with this. And we'll actually put an island in and we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. So, I can't see the damn pillar. There it is. No, too close. No, too close. Ah, there we go. So there we go. Ah, now, are we going to be able to get past the railway lines? God. Well, there's going to be a little bit of ducking and diving around there. There we go. Yeah, it's going to work. Now, the reason this has been bugging me is because I have driven along this road so many times that, like, when you know an area, and I understand that this is why certain things bug you guys, and, like, quite rightly. If you know an area, like if you drive up and down this road, and I've put it in, like, completely wrong, I can totally understand you guys going, that's not how it is, don't change it for God's sake. Alrighty. That is so much better. That is very accurate. Well, I say very accurate. I mean, it's a hell of a lot more accurate. Right, let's get down here. Let's see what we can do down on this bit. So, let's bring up our map. So, we've got this island in there. Okay, so, see what we can do. Let's take that back to there. Take that back to there. Now, an island, putting in an island, when you remember, the scale of this is like 4:1. So this island's going to be like 4 times bigger than it actually is in the real world, which is going to be a problem. Okay, so we need to take this out as well. And that's going to be an issue, like trying to bring it over this railway. But again, I mean, we'll see what we can do. Let's take that back up there. Take this back. Ay. So, we've got that road coming in there. We need to get rid of this. God knows why that road is there. And that as well. I really don't know why that's there. Because that is just a single road coming down there. Straight into the island. Okay. Let's put the island in. Now I'm going to put the island in. I'm going to try, first of all, putting the island in with just a 2-lane one-way road. But I don't know whether that's going to work. I guess we'll see, won't we? Let's kind of put it in and we'll see what happens. So, let's try. Okay, I'm going to try and like follow the curve of the island as much as I can. That's too much. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's actually not too bad. That's actually not too bad. Okay, so how does everything hook into this? So this road from up here. Now, this is in as a 6-lane road. I'm thinking it's actually probably a 4-lane road. The problem is that the 4-lane roads have got the central reservation, which I kind of don't like. So I'm going to try and use a 6-lane. But that may have to change. So, yeah, comes into it like that. Okay, so the motorway just goes straight over the top. These two roads just hook into it. So now, do I do that with? Oh, yeah, this is going to be a little bit tricky. So it's having room that's the kind of the problem. Come on, hook up. Okay, we've got that one hooked up. I'm going to have to put this through here because I need to know where the pillars are. Now I can turn. You know what? I can turn pillars off. Yeah. We'll do that. We'll do that. But I'll try and leave some room to get a pillar. Nah, what the hell? We'll manage. Oh, come on. Alrighty, so we've got that in. How the hell we're going to get that one in? I have no idea. Okay, it comes in at an angle like that. Jesus. There is no way we can get that to hook up to this. Okay. Well, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna do it with a 2-lane rather than a 4. And we'll do it with straight roads. So we need to go page up. Then we need to come across here. And then somehow we need to get down to... Oh, you know what? I'll settle for that. I'll settle for that. In actual fact, I think this is like... I think this is sunken. I don't know, though, because that's Keybridge Station. Although some of the stations are kind of sunken down. So, yeah, it probably is like that. Okay, so then... we'd somehow need to get this to come down here. Alright. This is actually kind of fun. Right, let's turn pillars. No pillars. Hooray. So, let's have you coming through. Well, might as well go all the way across, mightn't we? To there. Actually, I wonder if I can do it with the pillars on. Let's see if we can do it with the pillars on. Oh. You know what? If I turn the pillars off to get it to like there. And then turn the pillars back on. I'm trying to get a pillar in the centre here, because I think it'll look good. So, let's have you like that. Does that give us a pillar? Can't see. Damn shadows. No, it hasn't given us a pillar. God damn it. Alright. So, then... Now, I may need to come a little bit... I think I need to come a little bit further. Let's take that section back and come to the like the edge of the roundabout. So let's come to like the edge of there. Then we'll bring this down like that. Okay, now all we've got to do is hook up the A4. So that's going to hook up to that, isn't it? No, it hooks up to that. This is where the map is a little bit screwy. Okay, it's this section that's kind of really not in the right place. So let's redo it. Let's get the stuff in the right place if we can. So let's take that back a bit. So this... Oh, we need to take this back a bit as well. So this should come kind of up here and then up here. More like that. Now, yeah, that's much better. That's much better. Okay, cool. All right. I've actually got a train coming through here. God. Another train line we need to put in. Okay, let's get this puppy done. So... I want that done. And this is going to come this way, yeah. So... freeform. Come out a little bit. No. Out a little bit more. Oh, you're going to hook onto this junction. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. I can live with that. Like, only just, but I can look at it. Come on, come out a bit more. Ah, there we go. There we go. Let's try and get it in as tight as we can. And... there we go. All right. Okay, let's hook up the roads roundabout that we took out. So that needs to hook up to the island as well, doesn't it? Oh no, that comes across where that junction is. That I mean, I'm thinking that must go underneath, surely. I mean, we could hook it up like that. Then where does it go on the other side? On the other side it goes... Okay, well, you know what? The traffic can come down here and take that road and then that road. Rather than... Because there isn't room to put a road in round here. It's a bit of a shame. I'm wondering whether I should actually elevate this bit of the... Although it looks like it's actually sunken. Yeah, see, this one is elevated. Well, it's on an embankment. I'm pretty sure that one's sunk. Okay, well, not really too much we can do about that. I'm not too worried about that road connecting these. The traffic will just have to go along this road and then around here. Okay. So, that bit just needs to kind of hook round there. Let's use a straight road. Like that. And then what is in the middle of it? Road like that. Okay, cool. So this bit up here, this comes down here and hooks into there. So let's do it like that. Oh my lord! I think we've got it. I think we've got it. Should we turn it on? Let's have a look. How does the traffic deal with this? Pretty sure this is going to cause like a fair bit of a traffic jam here, but we'll kind of see. I'm thinking, like, is there an on-ramp or... Oh, now, I've got a bit wrong. What have I got wrong here? I used... Oh, I've hooked that up to there instead of hooking it that way. Right, turn that around then. So... Oh, wrong type. Wrong type. And then reverse it. There we go. Right, now this traffic should be able to come down here, okay. This is the thing, guys. Just think about this. I don't know, how long have I spent on this? Like 10 minutes or something? 10 minutes on this little tiny piece of road. Now look at the whole map. And imagine... If I spent, like, that tiny little line there, imagine if I spent 10 minutes on every little line around the map. Oh my god. This would take, quite literally, many years. Now, I want to just have a look at the map and see if there are any on-off ramps, like, kind of anywhere. You know, there are roads that hook onto the A4, but the actual M4, yeah, I think the M4 is just like straight in. Now, hang on, this part here, has this got on-ramps, off-ramps? I'd have to take a look at that. That's junction, yeah, that is a junction, that's junction 2. This is junction 1, this is junction 2, and then the next junction is off the map. So yeah, I'm going to have to take a look at that intersection and see exactly how the ramps work and stuff. And then we'll put that in. But it does make sense for there to be some kind of junction there. Alrighty, how's the well, the traffic seems to be coping kinda sorta okay. This is backing up though, that's the only problem. That really needs to be a bigger road. But it's kind of hard to get a bigger road in there. Let's see what we can do. Let's pause that for a second. I'm going to try and get a 6 lane in there, but it's going to be tricky. And it's probably not going to be too accurate, but because if we do page up, can we get this to come up at all? No, see, that's going to be the problem. Now, if I turn... Oh, I've got no pillars off already. But it's... Nah, it's not going to like that. No, that's just not going to work. That's a shame. Okay, page up. But what I could do to try and ease the congestion is turn it from a... Oh no, I've put in one. I've put in a one. Am I putting a one way? Yeah, I've put in a one way. Idiot. Convert that to 2 way. I'm just thinking if I put in a 3 lane for the rest of it. Sorry, 6 lane. Then that might kind of solve the problem. The problem is getting this road in here. Oh, yeah. Oh, now why won't that hook up to that? Why are you saying slope too steep? What the hell? It doesn't like that section. What about if we go from there? No. Okay, well, let's put that bit in again. You see how fiddly it is? Just trying to get one tiny little bit of road in. And so page up, and let's come a bit further. Now we can hook it up with 2 way. Can we hook it up with 6? No. Okay, well, in that case, that's what we'll do. I guess we'll just hook it up with a 2 lane like that. At least the traffic's got a bit of extra room. It's not particularly elegant, but it should work a bit better. Oh, look, we've got the trains ready. Seriously, it's like having your own train set. Plus, like, entire city builder. Oh, here's another train. What train is this? Oh, it's not a train. Oh, there's the train. There we go. What train is that? Oh, it's the Waterloo to Brentford. There we go. Cool. Right, let's get out of here because the sirens are starting to really bug me. Okay, so that was the first thing I was going to do. The second thing that I wanted to do... You know what? We may end up not having any time-lapse in this. Just because of how long it's going to take to do this. I remembered that I forgot to finish off the Jubilee line. Remember the Jubilee line comes up to here? Let me bring the map up so you can see. So this is Finchley Road. And if I drop the map down and bring up the transport, okay, we've got the Jubilee line. Here it is, Jubilee line, coming up to Finchley Road, and then the passengers have to get out of here and transfer to this overground. Now, Bloody Penguin, as many of you have left comments saying, Bloody Penguin, the very famous modder, is currently working on a version of a mod to allow underground to link up with overground, like properly, so you've got subways above ground. But it's not around yet, so this is the way we're having to do it. But what I didn't do, I didn't put the rest of the stops in for the Jubilee line on the overground section. So I think we need to do that. Now, let's have a look at the map a little bit. Now, this section appears to be elevated or on embankments. You see this kind of little kind of dashed jaggedy line going across here? That means an embankment. So I think for the purposes of what we're doing, we'll just keep it elevated. Although, look at that. See, that is going over that line. God knows how that works. Well, I say that this is elevated. and it's on an embankment, that could actually mean it's... No, but that's going underneath there. God, there's some weird stuff going on around here. But anyway, we need to put in these stations. So we've got West Hampstead, Kilburn, Willesden Green, Dollis Hill, Neasden, and then Wembley Park. So we need to put all of those stations in. Oh, what fun. So, now look. You got the trains coming out of this tunnel, and instantly there's a station. Okay, nightmare. Let's pause it. We'll take that back. Now, we've got to put roads in. We've got to put stations in. It's all going to be going on. So, we'll put it in. I guess we'll use this road here. So, we'll just extend this road along here. Let's put snap on. There we go. So let's... does that road go... No, it doesn't. It goes to there. And then... Well, there is kind of... Well, it kind of does go like across there, but... and now we need to take snap off. And then... Let's see if I can't get this to hook up to there. I want it to come in like that and then go. That's as close as we can get. Alright, so station. What station are we going to use? Good question. I have no idea. No idea. But I think it's probably going to be one of the Japanese ones. It's probably going to be something like a Nico or an Oreo. Yeah. That's the little signal box that I got. I'm looking forward to doing a whole junction thing. Train yard. How about that one? Now, where? There, I guess. Yeah. That will have to do. Oh, put the track in. Put the track in. So that's going to need to hook. Oh, it's created a little dent. Okay, well, can we, in that case, if I take that back and page down, can we hook that? Ah, yes, we can. Yes, we can. Nice. That works. Take this puppy back. And then we'll just go straight up to there. And then we'll go freeform. There we go. Right. First station in. This is West Hampstead. So let's name this. West Hampstead. Cool. Next station. This is fun, this. I do like putting in train stations. Okay, this is hard. When the train stations are right next to a road, it's kind of tricky. Man, how do I do this? Okay, well, this one's going to have the road on the other side. So let's have the road coming out like... Actually, let's do it like that. And oh, come on. What the hell's wrong with you? Roads are weird. Let's try again. So, I don't want the road to bend, though. That'll have to do. Okay. Now, can we get the train station in? Let's take a decent section out so that we've got a bit of room. And what station? What station? What station? Let's do an Oreo. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, what's the closest I can get it and still get this to actually come down. And I'm thinking it's going to have to be about there. Let's get the track. So if we switch to straight, page up. Yeah, see, that's about as close as I can get it to the road. Man. Nightmare. Let's bring the map up. So, yeah, that's fine. So we'll, I guess, just page up and hook it direct. Or I could turn snap off, bring it up a bit sharper. Like that. Yeah, that'll do. Because are there any road? Yeah, see, there's a road that goes underneath there. Let's put that road in. So that's going to be from here. Oops. Try that again. Like that. And then we've got this nice kind of housing estate going on here. Let's bring you to there. Yep, that works. Then this comes down. Now we've got the other state, Wilston Green Station in there. So let's leave that bit. But I want to put this road across here. Let's put you in there and at least down as far as there. Then we've got another nice big housing estate going on. That needs to be straightened out a bit. I'm thinking this is the road that's going to have this station on, so let's put snap on. Oh, no. Let's put snap on and have that road going straight there. Good. So now we can put Dollis Hill in as well. Let's take this section of track out. And this section of track here for Wilston Green. Might as well just do the whole blooming piece again. So that road that comes across there, that's going to have Wilston Green Station on it as well. But the angle is slightly different. So that's that road going up there. We also need this road coming down here. God knows how we're going to do that. But that, see, that road goes over the rail line. Jeez. That's going to be tough, guys. That's going to be serious. That goes over, and that one goes over as well. So, what I'm thinking is that for this part, maybe bring this road across here. And maybe take the track underneath those roads. I don't know. I don't even know if we can do it, but we'll try it. We'll see. Let's use a Nico. So this needs to go as close to this as we can get it, and still, yeah, dear, like how the hell? See, that's a nightmare. I mean, you just can't get the roads, like, over. Okay. We're gonna have to get rid of that road. Oh, come on. We're gonna have to get rid of that road. I don't know how we're gonna do that. That's, like, seriously tricky. So, the station we'll put there. So, can I get the train line to go... Well, let's put the other train station in as well. So, Dollis Hill needs to go there. Cool. And track. So, can I get this to go down and underneath this road? Oh my god, I can. Unbelievable. So let's just take it the other side of there. Bring it up. Oh, come on. Let's try that again. It'll have to come out a bit further then. Page up. Well, that's the best we can do, so we'll have to live with it. Oh man. So this section of track, bring the map up. There's a road that goes underneath the track there, and there's another one that goes underneath the track there. So we're going to have to try. Man, this is one up and down railway. Okay, that's the quickest I can get it to go. I almost said something. Another innuendo. That's the quickest I can get it to go up. And there. And then... Now why is that saying slope too steep? It does this a lot. Let's try again. Page up. Bring you out a little bit further. Ah, there we go. Done. Whew! Man! So we've got those two stations in. How we're going to get these roads in, I have no idea. How we're going to do that road coming down there, I have absolutely no freaking idea. I just don't see. I don't see how that works. That's going to be a bit of a nightmare. You know what? I think I'm going to skip lightly over that and not worry about it now. Let's put... so we've got Neasden, and that's the last one before Wembley Park. We've got one more station to put in. And then we'll have this done. So... Neasden Station. Man, there isn't really a nice road to hook it onto. So I'm afraid we're going to have to invent a road. Like that. And then pick a station. Let's have a Nico. And then we're going to have to bring it back a little bit, because otherwise we won't be able to link it up to there. So I'm thinking about maybe there. A bit of track. Oh my god, we might almost be done. So that's going to hook up to that. That's okay. But can I get that to hook up to there? God, no, of course I can't. Alright, let's take that back. We'll make this as short as we can possibly make it. Oh, yeah. Hooray. And then we've got this bit of railway track that comes across here. Let's do it with freeform. Oh, what? It's just clipping the station there and it doesn't like it. Oh, come on. If we take that back a little bit, we can get it to do it. There we go. That'll do. Cool. We've got all the stations in. Holy hell. Let's name the stations. So, let's see. This is Dollis Hill. Dollis Hill. Cha-ching. Have we already named this one? Nope. This is Wilson Green. Wilson Green. Wilson Green. And... ooh, what's that one? Kilburn. Kilburn. This one I did do. Yeah, West Hampstead. So that just leaves Dollis Hill, Neasden. Last one. Knees done. Boom. Cool. Now, that then goes up to Wembley Park, where for the purposes of what we're doing, it's going to terminate. But in reality, it actually goes up here to Kingsbury. There. But we're not going to put that in. We're going to terminate at Wembley Park. Okay, so we could actually put that in, couldn't we? Yeah. Okay, well, let's do it. Let's put that part of the Jubilee line in. What do I want? I want roads. I don't want roads. I want trains, you bonehead. Here we go. So, create a new line. So we start at Wembley Park. And then we go to Neasden, Dollis Hill, and whatever the hell that Wilson Green, Kilburn, West Hampstead, and then to whatever the hell this is. Can I get that in there? Yeah, apparently I can. There we go. And then come back along here. This should be fun, this little line. And up to there. Now, the question is, do I put in one line for the Jubilee line and another line for the Metropolitan line, which is an express service? And the answer is, yeah, actually, I'm going to do that. So this is going to be the Jubilee line, brackets O for overground, section. Remember to hit return. It's gonna be grey, so let's make it that kind of colour. That'll do. I'll get the correct colour and whatever later. So that's the Jubilee line overground. How many trains? 5. That's plenty. Okay, so that's that. Then what we want to do is we want to put in another line. Create new line. And this is going to be express to Wembley Park. And all the way back again. Complete the line. This is the Metropolitan line overground section. Remember to hit return. The line colour for that is that dark purplish colour. And again, I need to get the right colour from there, but I'll get that later because I don't have it to hand. I don't have my notes in my hand at the moment. So, yeah, that's that. And I think we should decrease the number of vehicles, though. Oh, I don't know. You know what? We'll see. We'll see. If it gets too busy, it gets too busy, and we'll do something about it. Alrighty. So, you know what? Having put that in now, that should mean that because at the moment, the people catching the Jubilee line, they get up to here, and then they've kind of got nowhere to go, right? There's no buses, there's no other tube lines, there's no connections. But now we've put this section in to link up to here, especially to Wembley. We should start seeing a lot of travellers. Shall we? Let's let it run. I want to see this. Oh, here we go. How many passengers we got on there? 0. But you know what? We're going to stick with this because I want to see, are we going to get like loads of passengers suddenly using the Jubilee line? Oh, this is actually a London Underground train. Look. Well, let me. Oh, it is slow. Let me pause it for a second. Look at this. Oh, that is so cool. This is actually a London Underground subway train. Let's go around this side so you see. Look. See, it's not a railway train, it's a subway train. Freaking awesome. See, London Underground 1995 stock. Another asset that I picked up. Okay, cool. Oh, that's perfect. And that's actually going off the track. So that wasn't... those are going to external places. We need to find one that's going internal. Ooh, now, we will need to hook up electricity to these. You know what? Let's do a little bit of zoning just so that we can get some electricity there. So let's put a little bit in there, a little bit in there. You know what? I'm going to put some commercial, I think, in here. Yeah, let's put some commercial in. What the hell? And then we'll put a bunch of residential in here. Alright. Trains. Come on, trains. Where are you? I want to see loads of trains with loads of passengers. Oh. What sort of train is this? Transporting passengers to underground train station. Oh, 170. 100. Apparently, there's 170 of a possible 168 people on that train. What's this one? Yeah, this is going to the underground train station. But I think that they're coming in from outside. Oh, what's this? God, there's a lot of trains on here. Ah, here we go. Now, this is a Metropolitan line train. Now, this one is stopping. So this is a Jubilee line train. But I actually need to change this so that the only trains on this line are the London Underground stock. I'm not sure how I can do that on a specific line. I'm sure somebody will tell me. This is cool. So let's go back to here and let's go to the transport view and see, like, oh, look at this now. Packed with people. Some people getting on the Jubilee line. Oh, look, loads of people. Some people getting on the Metropolitan line. Oh, here's a Metropolitan line train coming up from town. People switching to get on the Jubilee line. Why the hell would they do that? It's kind of weird. Yeah, there's definitely some weird passenger pathing going on. Because why people would get off a Metropolitan line train and get on a Jubilee line train going back the same direction, I don't really understand that. But look, man, look at the numbers of people. Another Metropolitan line train coming in. Now the Metropolitan line is kind of keeping up with the people. The Jubilee line definitely isn't. Let's have a little look at the Jubilee line. How many? Oh, number of vehicles, 0. Okay, well that would explain it. Let's add some vehicles then. We want, I don't know, Jubilee line's quite a long line, so I'm thinking we want, like, I don't know. Let's have at least 14 trains on there. Where's the depot? Let's make the depot. What's this called? Okay, this should be Finchley Road, shouldn't it? Yeah. Finchley Road. Cool, so let's make the depot for this line Finchley Road. Oh, there it is, Finchley Road. Cha-ching. Now, hang on, that's Finchley Road. Have I called this? This is also Finchley Road, but this is going to be with an O, because that's the overground section. Why isn't this spawning trains? Oh, there we go. Train. Cha-ching. So the Jubilee line is now running. How many people have we got travelling? Subway, 2,160 per week. I'm expecting that's going to start drifting up. We've got almost 4,000 a week on the railways. Look at all... this is... I got to say, I think this is the best part of the game. Just like watching all the different trains coming in and actually, this does provide a route in for tourists as well. So this is a metropolitan. That's a Jubilee line, but we'll also be getting regular trains in here. See, let's see if we can find an orange one. That's a white one. Oh, that's transporting some tourists out to San Cruz. We got any coming in? Oh, yeah. We've got trains coming in. Transporting passengers to Finchley Road. The thing is, those trains coming in from outside are going to block up the tracks. You can kind of see it already. So, I wonder, should we disconnect and have like one train station for trains coming in from outside and separate it from the local track? It would be a very, very good idea, I think. The problem is space. You know what? I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to say, guys, if you've got, because I'm pretty sure there are mods and stuff that may allow you to do that. I can't think off the top of my head. What's the best solution for this? Now, bear in mind that this is an elevated station. But what we want is to have is to separate trains coming in from outside from the local track. So, yeah, let me know. Well, you know what? I thought that we were going to do those two bits. I thought we were going to do the motorway, and I thought we'd do the trains, and then we'll have a nice long time lapse. Well, not necessarily a long time lapse, but yeah, 10-15 minutes of time lapse. But you know what? I haven't got time. I haven't got time to do it. I did actually spend a couple of hours before I started this, again, screwing around with assets. But I'm not going to moan about it in this episode. Right, guys. Oh, man. I might spend some time tonight filling some areas in. I'll time-lapse it for you, don't worry. But, yeah, hopefully more progress coming. I'll catch you for the next one, guys. I'm going to shut up. Peace out. Bye.